I agree to a large extent that Zoe was slow to react to the warning signs, as she seems to ignore obvious hints that something is not quite right while skiing on the mountain. One of the earliest signs is the contrast between the whisper of her skis and the rumble that replaces it. This implies a sudden change of tone in mood and atmosphere. The reader becomes increasingly tense about the imminent danger as the peaceful setting turns hostile. The rumble has connotations of thunder and instability and would feel out of place in the previously tranquil scene, suggesting disruption and danger. Despite this, Zoe fails to react, showing she is slow to pick up on obvious clues. However, we can understand why, as the writer previously emphasised her blissful enjoyment of the picturesque mountain, which clouds her judgment. Zoe is also slow to notice that Jake had come to a halt. The verb halt suggests he has abruptly and urgently stopped, implying that something is wrong. This feels unusual to the reader, as their day of skiing has only just begun, hinting that Jake has spotted a serious problem, yet Zoe appears elated, which suggests she seems distracted by the adrenaline and excitement. This emotional high could explain why she is reluctant to acknowledge any danger. Even the pillar of grey smoke fails to raise Zoe's suspicion. Instead, she finds it beautiful, and it made her smile. The simile, like a heraldry of armies, is significant, as traditionally, this would announce a conflict or invasion. The writer is foreshadowing violence and destruction. However, Zoe has misinterpreted the danger and sees this as a spectacle, not a threat. The danger becomes undeniable when Jake shouts, "Get to the side, get to the side." The repetition and short sentences increases the pace and urgency, signalling panic. This is the moment Zoe comprehends the danger, especially when the writer uses the verb batting, which suggests panic and frustration. It's a protective action to steer her away from the path of the avalanche. The long descriptive paragraph at the end, detailing the avalanche, reinforces how extreme and uncontrollable the situation has become. The jagged black cracks splintering the snow suggest violence and an imminent danger before Zoe is punched off her feet. The verb punch suggesting aggression and sheer force, demonstrating that the avalanche is powerful and relentless. The simile, like being agitated inside a washing machine, further implies her lack of control as she is overwhelmed and unable to fight against nature's strength. The cliffhanger ending, the whiteness faded to grey and then to black, intensifies tension and shows the full extent of the dangerous avalanche. The transition into darkness symbolises potential death and leaves the reader in no doubt of the danger of the avalanche and fearful of Zoe's fate. This reinforces the view that she was too slow to react, and her delayed response has now placed her in a perilous and life-threatening situation.